His life was changed and made new when an angel made his dream come true. And now he brings his dream to you. In a spoonful pillow.
Hey big dreamers, I'm Paulo Presta and welcome to Spoonful of Pillow. So, she's one of my favorite daytime actresses and she's back in our show, Alison Sweeney. Now there's so much to catch up on with Alison. She's leaving Days of Our Lives and she has another new novel out called Scared Scriptless that I can't wait to talk about with Alison because it's a must read for the summer. Alright, see you there. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're so beautiful, I can't even look at you.
Oh.
Okay, I can't even say thank you for coming back on our show, Alison. Like, it is a joy to have you back at a Spoonful of Paulo.
I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. So I don't know who doesn't know this, but I think the whole world knows this because you announced on Ellen and you've been doing a lot of tour. You've been talking about this a lot. After 21 years, you're leaving Days of Our Lives.
I know.
And I'm gonna ask you, what made you make that decision? Because that's not easy. I mean, so what was it that, okay, I'm gonna do it?
It was a really tough decision, and I've been thinking about it for a long time. I've been doing Biggest Loser and Days for 7 years now, and it's a lot, and it's tiring, and it's just been, you know, I feel like a lot of other things that maybe opportunities that happened that I wanted to do, I couldn't because I was so busy. And that includes my kids. My son is 9, my daughter's 5. I want to spend more time with them, and it just seemed to like be the right moment. And my contract was up, and it was absolutely not. I love my job. I love Sammy. I love Ken Corday. I love the show.
What are you gonna miss the most about playing Sammy Brady? Would you say, like, what is it that you're gonna miss the most about playing her?
I love that. I love about Sammy that she has this never say die attitude. That she has that like. It's definitely scheming, but that she was always like a problem solver, and that she was always just willing to like be crazy, embarrass herself, go for it, try anything. Like she's just this really adventurous spirit, and it all came from, you know, a love of life and a love of her family and just things like that I think were really fun to play out and I like Sammy. I love her, and I miss her already.
Oh, what was like, because, you know, obviously your character Sammy is going to air throughout the fall, okay?
Yeah.
But I know a few weeks ago you taped your last scene. You drove, it was on Friday, May 23rd, I believe, and you were driving to the studio. What was that like as you were driving to the studio? Were you crying? Were you nervous? Were you excited because you're like, you know you made the right decision? Like, what was that like for you?
I made a video of myself driving to work that morning.
You did?
And I kind of talked to myself like almost like a video journal because it was so weird. I felt very, I don't know if numb is the right word, but like it just didn't seem like it was really happening. After knowing, you know, I'd made the decision last fall. And so all this time I've been like, oh, it's coming. And then all of a sudden it's May 23rd, and it was the day, it seems like, out of nowhere. And it was really tough to wake up that morning, and then it just all seemed to happen so fast, and it didn't seem like it was real. I was surprised by everybody. They had this big party for me at lunch. And everybody came, you know, actors who aren't even on the show anymore. The guy who played Wayne Northrop played my dad, and Christy Clark played Carrie. She doesn't even live in LA anymore. She lives in San Francisco. So she flew down. And by the way, she told me she wasn't. I know. She told me she wasn't going to come. And so even on Facebook, she was like, "Oh, give her a hug for me on her last day." Like she totally conned me. She did. And Patrick Muldoon came.
That's so cool.
And some of the crew who had retired came back. So I mean, there were probably 150.
They love you so much. That's why. I mean, you're just a lovable person. You really are.
Thank you. But I spent the whole time thinking about how much I love them, and it just made me feel like they love me. I know. I'm sorry.
No, don't be
really
sorry.
But anyway, it was really special, and I totally got caught off guard. Like I wanted so much to say these amazing things to them, and I know that I just like made a mess of it. But my husband was there, and my kids were there, and so I mean they did in Soap Opera Digest like this like little, you know, all the photos of it, and even just seeing like Christian's face when she was hugging me is really hard for me. I mean, that's what I'm gonna miss the most.
Because then you took it all in. Once you probably went home and you sat there and you took it all in. That, yeah, I'm sure that had to be emotional because that was your time alone then. Because I know things are crazy. They're all coming here, surprising you, saying goodbye. Do you know what they did with your dressing room, or do they?
I really don't know. I mean, there have to be bids at a pretty sweet dressing room. So
oh my gosh.
I don't know. Like people didn't talk to me about that, which I'm actually really happy about. I feel like
that'd be kind of weird. Then if you would, because I know they're all wondering out there. They're all gonna ask her what's happening with Sammy. You're not gonna tell us. I know that because she can't tell us. But like, just what can we? Okay, going into the summer, into the fall.
First of all, like any day now. Can I curse? Like things are really gonna hit the fan.
Oh my God.
It's on.
Okay.
Like Donkey Kong.
Okay.
So yeah, you're gonna see like a sort of a fun side of Sammy that I haven't played in a long time.
Even the whole thing with Nick and what's happening now in your storyline, and like I could feel a change coming with your character. I feel it.
Okay.
I see it. I can feel it.
Good.
Okay. But I mean, then next year Days of Our Lives is celebrating its 50th anniversary, so there's a chance that you could maybe come back to help celebrate. Because we know you're not dying. You made that clear, so there's a chance.
And I told Ken I would love to come back. I hope they invite me back. I would love to be part of the 50th.
She might come back, so it's okay. That's good. I can't wait.
I would love to be a part of a celebration like that.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about your novel. And I said this to Alison earlier. This novel, your second novel, okay, Scared Scriptless, let me just tell you, it is so good. I fell in love with Maddie Carson. I actually went on Facebook to see, is this character on Facebook, which there's a whole bunch of Maddies, but she wasn't the one. Like, I fell in love with her. I love that she is like a script supervisor. I just love everything about her. What inspired you to write this role? Because she is the big character in this.
Yeah,
goes through
she's
this
the
journey.
lead.
She's the lead. Yeah.
And, you know, like I love the job of script supervisor. I did a movie with the Hallmark Channel.
I saw that.
A couple years ago now. It aired last year.
Yeah.
And I just loved like her and her job and like how organized she was. First of all, I'm a Virgo. I loved like seeing how organized she was, and then like how everyone around her is just chaotic and artistic and like let's do it again. And she's like, people like move along. And so then I thought like, what about her? Like she needs to take a journey. She needs to learn that like it's not all about fitting inside this perfect notebook that she has. You know, she needs to have an adventure.
One of my favorite parts in this book is when actually she goes to try to present her reality show to these different executives, and she goes in from one
and that's a real thing
to another. Or, I was gonna say because there's this one part in there where she goes and she talks. This one lady's checking her emails. She walks in there, and then she's getting a phone call as she's trying to like pitch her this show. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so crazy because it's a novel, but this really happens in this business. Yeah,
people really do just take their phone calls in front of you. Like they don't look up, or they send like the intern to like take your pitch, and then you just and then really that's the thing about Hollywood. I think is like you're in the right place at the right time, and you meet like this person you never should have had a reason to run into, and things change for you. So I feel like I've read a lot of books about like novels that try to recreate Hollywood, and I think I did a pretty good job.
I heard you're working on your third one, which is insane. You're working on your third novel. That's like crazy. Alison, when you look at your, growing up and dreaming big, like when you were dreaming, did you ever expect any of this as a little girl? Honestly, like with The Biggest Loser, Days of Our Lives, writing novels, being on Lifetime, being on movies, did you ever?
No. I mean, I am a big dreamer, and my parents really embraced that and encouraged me. I think if it wasn't this acknowledgments, but the other one, like I always said to my dad that he never turned down an idea that I had, that he has always said to me, like, how can I help? What can I do to help you? I know. And it's like, I hope to do that for my kids too. And so it's really encouraged me to always just like be like, let's go for it. Let's try something. Let's see what happens. But I will say when I got the job at Days of Our Lives, I was 16 years old, and I'd watched, I was a fan of the show. So I really saw kids like coming out at Christmas and being in some sort of, summer storyline about drugs or whatever. Like it was just like a little thing, and I never imagined that this would be my career. I never imagined 22 years.
It took you by like surprise then, basically, like all of this.
But my advice to people would be, and what I look back on it with pride about myself and think is that like I enjoyed every minute. I enjoyed the journey. I never waited until I was you know, one of the main characters on the show to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't wait for the end to be like, oh,
you were just taking what you were getting at the time.
And like making the most of it and enjoying everything that came my way and having fun doing it. So I feel like that's what I really take away from that and hope to do with the next chapter. I love writing. I love it. I love every word on the page and it's so fun.
So great.
So yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
It's called Sammy's Greatest, okay? It's so easy. Okay, so Sammy's Greatest, okay? We're gonna start with Sammy's greatest line. We have 3. You tell us which is the greatest, but if you have one that you remember, please tell us, because we wanna remember that,
I wanna hear what your top 3 are.
So Sammy's greatest line. If I wasn't so mad at you, I'd have sex on the bar with you. That's 1. That was TJ.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what? I'm not gonna stand there and take moral advice from a former porn star turned baby snatcher. I think that was to Nicole.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite one. Remember I just said I wouldn't kill anyone? I lied. I swear to God, Nicole. If you ruin my chances with Lucas, I will kill you. Okay, so do you have one or do you like one of these?
I don't know. I really like those. Those are super good. I feel like I would use the 3rd one, but not the whole thing.
Okay.
Just, I think the best line is, I remember how I said I wouldn't kill anyone. I lied.
I love that. I love that. Okay, this might cause a little problem with the fans out there, but Sammy's greatest relationship. Would you say Austin, Lucas, Rave, EJ?
I mean, it can't be Austin. Obviously, that's an easy elimination.
We just want to go through the whole thing. So right, exactly.
Well, then you left out Brandon.
Oh yeah, Brandon. Yeah, but you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, so we'll just do these 4. Well, you pick. If it's Brandon, who would you say?
No, I mean, no, it's not Brandon. But I just mean if you're gonna include everyone.
Okay.
No, I mean, I feel like I can't answer that question because you haven't seen it all yet.
I say that. I know. Yeah.
But I really, and I know that people. I'm a company girl, so I and they're amazing fans who are loyal to all 3 different, you know, couples.
It's true. You have these fans are exactly
And they have really, and like that's what's hard for me is they have very valid reasons for being fans of that couple, that pair.
We're letting it go. I agree with you.
So I really feel like I could have gone down any of those 3 roads and really been sold on it. Like I really feel like they all have very valid points.
Okay, I agree. Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on this. Sammy's greatest crime. Would you say
crime?
Yeah, crime. Is it drugged and raped Austin? Shot Alan Harris in the groin?
No,
kidnapped.
He deserved that.
He did deserve it. Hello, he did deserve that. That's why I said Patrick. Kidnapped and tried to sell her baby sister Belle on the black market, or tried to kill EJ twice. First with a poisonous lipstick, and then you shot him in the head.
All right, so I'm gonna take like Alan Harris off the list immediately.
Yeah, okay.
And the poison lipstick. Like, I mean, Celeste, you know, worked some of her voodoo magic on Sammy. Like, I don't know that was really like Sammy.
Yeah.
But so I will say, I think there's like a for real, like we're talking for real crimes.
Yeah.
I think it's, you know, drugging and raping Austin, and though she was a minor, like I mean, she was a child, young at the time.
Yeah, she didn't know.
So I feel it's a very different thing from what Kristen did to Eric. So I just feel I have to say that. But it was still really wrong.
Yeah. When we're watching that scene, I'm like, oh my God. And you were
it's terrible.
So good.
And shooting EJ, I think those are both really
Okay, the last one. Sammy's greatest hairstyle. So you're going to pick out of the 4 that we chose. Which one you think is Sammy's greatest hairstyle? What would you say? I can't stop looking at this picture.
Stop looking at that picture.
This one, Mix, you can't even see these 3.
I added like another 3 inches to my height in that picture. I'm like, it's quite
And your hair is so long over here in this picture.
That was all Rhea, by the way. That was me.
Really? Really? Oh my gosh. I mean, this one like really says a lot,
I feel like that really sums up Sammy for me. Like,
okay. So this is what we want to do. We've never given an award on our show, but we decided we want you to take home something that represents who you are, somewhat Days of Our Life. So we engraved this for you that says, Alison Sweeney, congratulations on 21 legendary years as Sammy Brady on Days of Our Lives. You so deserve this and many more awards because how you portrayed Sammy Brady for all these years, I mean, nearly 22 years. You come into our living rooms, we just want to say thank you.
Oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing. Can I?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so.
Kind of represents Days of Our Lives, but then want to represent you. We want it to be more of an award, so we just want to say thank you. We also, you know, we can't send you home. We just thought we got to get her something else. What can we give her to say thank you, thank you, thank you? So, Patrick, we got you some. We got to get you some roses, and just to say like, this is from us on a Spoonful Polish saying, hey, look. I mean, we all have to take a minute and understand this. 22 years. Almost 22 years. You've played this character. You went to work every day to come into our living rooms. We just want to say thank you because you are one special girl. We adore, we love you. And from the bottom of our heart, Patrick and I, and a spoonful of Paolo, and all the big dreamers out there, and all your viewers, we just want to say thank you.
Thank
okay?
you.
So, and
Because
I hope you have a vase. I hope she has a vase for this. Here you go.
Thank you.
Take your flowers.
I can't.
Yeah.
This is the most spectacular thing.
Just, you know, we thank you very much.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
love you, my dear. No, of course. So let's not forget, you know, you're going to be on The Biggest Loser this fall. I think it's season 16, right?
Yeah.
So this fall, you're going to see, you know, Days of Lives, you're going to still be on it throughout the fall. And I just want to say, come back anytime. Keep writing. Can't wait to see the third novel.
Thank you.
And continue success to you, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're
such
amazing.
a lovely person.
So much fun.
Okay, such a lovely person. Love you all. Dream big. And thank you, Allison.
And I'll
Thank
be
you.
a PA next week. For
She
whatever else
said,
I
did
do.
you hear that, viewers? She said that. Okay, so thank you, Allison. We love you. Bye, everyone. We'll see you next time. A Spoonful of Paolo. Bye. Thank you, Allison.
Oh my gosh,
Thank
I
you.
can't believe you did this.
Honey, we could do a lot. Hey, big dreamers. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to watch our latest episodes with Lisa and Pandora Vanderpump and Ricky Lake.